Welcome to the next project. This is episode 5 of my Harley Benton T-style Acoustasonic inspired modification project series. A lot going on again in this episode. However, as we get closer to the end of the project, it seems like things are slowing down and not as much is getting done. There is a lot still getting done, but those pieces are a lot of little things. So it's not the big piles of sawdust and the massive transformation of a body taking place, but it's a lot of the little detail stuff that starts to happen. And in a way, this is not my favorite part of a project. I like big piles of sawdust and wood chips flying all over. You really feel good at the end of the day, like, I got a lot done. You can work all day and look at it and go, I didn't accomplish anything. Well, maybe a blunder or two. So let's start the next project.
I'm going to start this video in kind of a strange place by making cavity covers for the back of the guitar. Not necessarily in the order that I've worked in, but kind of in the order of which I'm stumbling across all of my recorded videos. I used the original control plate cover as a template to make the new back control cover. And here I'm using some high-tech laser paper, I believe it is. I think it's a 20-pound bright white laser paper. That's really not important. Made a paper template to make a wooden template that I used to trace onto this pickguard material. And now I'm cutting it to shape. And this is going to be a template as well, more than likely, as I still have to figure out the exact placement of where the bridge pickup is going to mount to this plate. This is the first acoustic style bridge that I've mounted to a guitar, and I'm a little nervous that it might be just a totally different beast than a typical, a screw-on or bolt-on electric guitar bridge. I used my basic scale length as reference, and then, threw in a pinch of salt and sacrificed a goat, made up some numbers, did some division and subtraction, and I think I'm pretty close. We'll find out. Hey, it's everybody's favorite part of working on a project. Sanding. Gotta love sanding. And look, it's my favorite tool, an orbital sander. Just love it. Yeah, that thing puts my hand to sleep and bugs my elbow. I guess I'm just getting old. I'm out of warranty. Anyway, I did a lot of sanding. I think all together it was about 2 hours or 2.5 hours of sanding just to get all the original sealer off, get everything smoothed out the way I wanted. Started with, I think, 180, then 220 and 320 grit papers. Here I'm correcting the shape on that comfort contour for the forearm. Just cleaning it up a little bit, making sure it matches the binding shape a little bit better. And it is ready for the next step. I've kicked around a lot of different ideas of what to use for a sanding sealer on this guitar. And I have a number of issues I have to deal with. The spruce top, the end grain of the spruce top, the whole body, the sides and the back, which is a super light, super porous wood. Both of those, I want to be careful that whatever sealer I applied wouldn't soak in the dark and the end grain. So I did some research and decided to go with dewaxed shellac, and I tried to buy some, and it's hard to come by for some reason. And the last time I've used shellac, I was probably in my 20s or so, and I know I applied it wrong. I didn't really care for it at the time. So I did a little research and decided to mix my own up. I bought some dewaxed shellac flakes, some denatured alcohol, and some pasta sauce, which was delicious, and mixed everything up. And now I'm ready to start sealing the body. Start it on the back and just wipe it into all the nooks and crannies I can. Shellac dries really fast anyway, and this body is so porous it was pretty much dry as soon as it touched the wood. One nice thing though, the shellac really did not overly darken end grain any more than any of the other grains, so I was very pleased with how it went on, and we're just about to see what happens. Adding the shellac to the body is going really well. I got my 3 coats on so far, and I was getting ready to dust it off to put a 4th and hopefully final coat on of this stage of the work. And I said, oh crap, I made a big blunder. Some of you are going, yeah you did, you forgot to do something. You're right, I did forget to do something. You should have talked louder so I would have heard you. I'm old, I can't hear that well. I forgot to tape off where the bridge will glue onto the spruce top. So now I have a couple coats of, well, 3 coats of shellac on the spruce top where I need to apply glue. That's a bit of a problem. Not the end of the world though. It's not urethane, fortunately. It's already dry, so now I just need to go in and hit it with probably some 320 paper on my orbital sander. Sand an area this big around where the bridge will go. Get it back down to spruce, mark out and tape off where the bridge will go, and then start this project all over on the top. Okay, always make a list and then follow it. Put it right in front of you so you can see it, big letters if you have, old eyes. You're dirty. Or make blunders and learn, hopefully, from the process. If I could only learn, that would be great. I make plenty of blunders. Let's continue with the next project. Once I was able to start smelling the spruce wood again, and I'd had enough fun with the orbital sander, I used the bridge to help cut a new mask so I could start reapplying the shellac to the spruce top. It all went pretty well. And then something terrible happened again. Here we go again. I just can't help myself. I made the change to the shellacking process for the top. I taped off where the bridge goes, got that all fixed. So my bridge was in good shape, taped off. Then I was looking at it going, I think I should make the bridge a little bit narrower. This is not a full body acoustic guitar. So I happen to have a spare bridge. They're the same manufacturer, same cheap Amazon project, but I wanted to make one a little bit shorter, so I did this. Cut 1/4 of an inch off each side, so it's a 1/2 inch narrower altogether. So I trimmed the masking tape on the top back, did a little bit of sanding again, and recoated the top again. So now I'm all caught up. So I have the original bridge, which is 6 inches. Now I have a bridge that's 5.5 inches. And this is the one I'm going to use. It just lets a little bit more of the blonde spruce through. It doesn't look as oversized on this body, hopefully. Let's just get back to it. So now with my mishap corrected and all caught up, shellac reapplied everywhere in multiple coats. We've got a total of 4 coats of the dewaxed shellac on the body, and it's actually looking pretty good. You can see where the bridge will glue on. It has a different sheen to it, or no sheen to it. And we're ready to move on to the next step. Get some fresh air too. A lot of people keep asking, why are you doing all this work to a kit when you could just start from scratch? And you're right, I don't know why I'm doing all this work to a kit other than it's fun. I like the challenge. I'm learning something new every time I do one of these projects. It's more of a repair, maybe an extreme repair, than it is an actual build. And since it's a mod project, it's nice to know that you can take whatever you have and turn it into something else. You don't have to leave it the way it looks when you pull it out of the box. You can do whatever you're capable of. And actually, that's part of it too. I'm trying to challenge myself and make myself capable of new things and hopefully inspire other people, give people ideas to try things that are maybe outside their wheelhouse. And what's going on here? This looks serious. It's a drill bit. Might be time to get nervous. Oh no, what's he doing? No. Somebody stop him. Oh. Yeah, that went okay. Uh-oh. This looks dangerous too. You might want to look away. Oh geez. Oh, that sounds angry. Oh, look at that. It's like a switch. Yeah, okay. This all went pretty well. The front, which will be the volume hole, I drilled strictly from the back and I got a little bit of tear out on the face of the spruce, which will be okay because it is going to have a washer on there and the tear out was really minimal. On the tone location, I actually drilled from both sides and it's a very clean hole. And then the switch, as you saw, I used that little engraving bit and a drill bit for the holes and gave it a little countersink and touched them all up with some super glue just to make everything pretty tough. And here we're putting, or test fitting, I guess, getting the holes in the cavity covers, getting ready to move on to the next stage, which is going to be turning this back into a guitar. That sounds fun. I would like to thank everybody for hanging with me again through this episode. It all went pretty well, and we're getting close to having this be a guitar again. Please be sure to ring the bell, click the buttons, hit the subscribe feature, get signed up and stick with me. I have some other things planned coming up. You might have seen some things in the background there that are going to be kicking off very soon. Everybody be safe. Take care.